You hit snooze one too many times, you're rushing to beat traffic, and the first meal of the day just doesn't happen. We've all been there. Skipping breakfast might feel like a simple time saver, even a casual way to cut calories. But what if I told you that this single habit is quietly setting off a chain reaction inside your body that impacts everything from your waistline to your brain power to your long-term health? This isn't about shaming you for being busy. This is about uncovering the science. Today, we're breaking down the 5 hidden counterintuitive risks of regularly skipping breakfast risks that go far beyond just feeling hungry. Before we dive into the first hidden risk, I want to know, are you a regular breakfast skipper, or do you swear by your morning meal? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to learn what that missed meal is really doing to you, make sure to subscribe. This is information that could change your daily energy and long-term health. Let's start with the most ironic risk of all. Hidden risk number 1. It may make you gain weight, not lose it. This feels backwards, right? Fewer calories in should mean weight loss. But your body is a sophisticated survival machine, not a simple calculator. When you skip breakfast after a nightly fast, you're sending a powerful signal. Famine may be coming. Your body's response is primal. It slows down your metabolism to conserve precious energy. It increases production of the stress hormone cortisol, which tells your body to hold on to fat, especially around the abdomen. Then, by mid-morning or lunch, intense hunger and low blood sugar combine to create a seafood diet. You're far more likely to crave quick, high-calorie, high-carb, and high-fat foods and to overeat when you finally do sit down to a meal. Studies consistently show that breakfast skippers have a higher BMI and are more likely to be obese than those who eat a morning meal. The skipped meal often leads to consuming more total calories later in the day, but of poorer nutritional quality. You're not winning the calorie battle. You're setting yourself up for a harder fight. So, skipping breakfast can backfire on your weight goals, but the impact goes much deeper than the scale. Hidden risk number 2. It sabotages your brain and mood. Let's move from your waistline to your mind. Your brain is an energy hog. It uses about 20% of your body's total energy, and it prefers one fuel above all else: glucose. After a night of fasting, your brain's fuel tank is on empty. Skipping breakfast means you're trying to start a high-performance engine with no gas. The immediate effect is brain fog, difficulty concentrating, slower reaction times, and impaired memory. Studies on students and professionals consistently show that breakfast eaters perform better on cognitive tests, have improved focus, and make fewer mistakes. But it goes deeper than just focus. This glucose crash triggers a neurochemical roller coaster. Your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to try and liberate stored energy. At the same time, key neurotransmitters that regulate mood like serotonin and dopamine can become dysregulated as well. This biochemical soup often manifests as irritability, anxiety, low mood, and heightened stress. You might snap at a coworker or feel overwhelmed by a simple task, not because of the task itself, but because your brain is literally running on fumes. You're not just hungry. You're putting your mental and emotional stability at a disadvantage first thing in the morning. So we've seen the impact on weight and brain function, but the ripple effects continue into a crucial aspect of your daily health. Hidden risk number 3. It guarantees nutritional deficit and cravings. This is about the domino effect of a single missed opportunity. Breakfast is your first and best chance to set a nutritional tone for the entire day. A balanced morning meal is typically where we reliably get key nutrients that are harder to pack in later: fiber, calcium, vitamin D, B vitamins, and antioxidants from fruits and whole grains. When you skip it, you start the day at a nutritional deficit. It becomes incredibly difficult to catch up on those nutrients later. Your body, now in a state of primal hunger from the long fast, isn't going to crave a nutrient-dense salad. It's going to scream for the fastest, most energy-dense hit possible: refined sugars and simple carbs. This isn't a lack of willpower. It's biology. Your brain is desperately signaling for glucose. So, you reach for the muffin, the sugary coffee drink, the bag of chips at 11 a.m. This creates a vicious cycle. The sugar spike leads to an insulin surge, which leads to a crash, which leads to more cravings. You end the day having consumed more calories but fewer actual nutrients. Over time, this pattern can contribute to micronutrient deficiencies, even if you're eating a decent lunch and dinner, because you've missed that critical foundational meal. You're running your body's repair and maintenance systems on subpar fuel from the very start. Hidden risk number 4. It wrecks your metabolic and cardiovascular health. This is about the domino effect of a single missed opportunity. Breakfast is your first and best chance to set a nutritional tone for the entire day. A balanced morning meal is typically where we reliably get key nutrients that are harder to pack in later. Fiber, calcium, vitamin D, B vitamins, and antioxidants from fruits and whole grains. Let's talk about insulin sensitivity. When you finally break your long fast with a large, often carb-heavy meal later in the day, it causes a massive spike in blood sugar. Your pancreas has to respond with a flood of insulin. Over time, this roller coaster extended fast, followed by a sugar tsunami, can lead to insulin resistance, a primary driver of type 2 diabetes. Studies have shown that breakfast skippers have a significantly higher risk of developing the disease. Then there's your heart. That same metabolic chaos increases triglycerides, fats in your blood, raises LDL bad cholesterol, and contributes to hypertension. The prolonged fasting state increases inflammation and oxidative stress, which damages blood vessels. Furthermore, the elevated cortisol we talked about earlier doesn't just store belly fat. It directly contributes to higher blood pressure and arterial stiffness. You're essentially putting your body through a minor metabolic crisis every single day. The research is clear. Consistent breakfast skipping is linked to a markedly increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and metabolic syndrome. You're not just saving time in the morning, you're potentially borrowing it from your long-term health. Hidden risk number 5. It sabotages your energy and physical resilience. This final risk is about the theft of your most precious daily asset, your energy. Think of your body like a wood-burning stove. Overnight, the fire burns down to embers. Breakfast is your first load of wood in the morning. It stokes the metabolic fire, raising your core temperature and signaling to every cell that it's time to work. When you skip that step, you're trying to run your day on metabolic embers. Your body stays in a conservative energy preservation mode. You might get a false, jittery burst from stress hormones, but it's followed by the inevitable crash. This leads to that classic mid-morning slump where willpower evaporates and fatigue sets in. But it goes deeper than just feeling tired. This lack of foundational fuel directly impairs physical performance and recovery. Whether your performance is a gym workout, chasing your kids, or just being alert on your feet all day at work, your muscles and nervous system need glycogen. Skipping breakfast means depleted glycogen stores, leading to weaker strength output, poorer endurance, and a higher perceived effort for every task. Furthermore, a morning meal provides protein, which is essential for muscle protein synthesis, the process of repairing and maintaining muscle tissue. Skipping it creates a longer catabolic muscle-breaking window, which is detrimental for anyone trying to maintain strength, metabolism, and functional mobility. You're not just low on fuel. You're actively breaking down the engine to find it. Now, hearing all this might feel overwhelming, especially if you're not hungry in the morning or truly are pressed for time. The solution isn't to force down a huge, traditional breakfast. It's about redefining what breakfast can be. The goal is to break your fast within 1 to 2 hours of waking. This doesn't need to be eggs and toast. A protein shake or a smoothie, Greek yogurt with a handful of berries, a hard-boiled egg and a piece of fruit, a small handful of nuts, and an apple. Even last night's leftovers. The key components to look for are protein to stabilize blood sugar and signal satiety, and fiber from fruits, veggies, or whole grains to provide slow-release energy. This combination is what halts the dangerous cycles we've discussed. So, let's tally the hidden costs of that skipped meal. It's not free time. It's a debt paid with weight gain, brain fog, nutrient deficiency, metabolic havoc, and chronic fatigue. The time-saving shortcut is, in reality, a shortcut that makes every hour that follows harder, less productive, and less healthy. It sets your metabolism, fuels your brain, stabilizes your mood, and protects your long-term health. It's the single most important investment you can make in yourself before noon. If this breakdown made you rethink your morning routine, let me know in the comments what's one small change you'll make. If you found this eye-opening, please pay it forward. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who always rushes out the door. Now, I'd love your thoughts. Are you a converted breakfast believer or a skeptic? What's your go-to quick and healthy morning fuel? Share your tips and experiences below. Thanks for watching.